ADSR. These 4 letters can carve mountains and cliffs, turn darkness into light, transform the deepest growl into a tweet, or breathe life and create turbulent flows in a raw sonic matter. This is the power of the 4 horsemen of the envelope generator: attack, decay, sustain, and release. Now, questionable poetry aside, envelope generators are an integral part of the art of sound design on synthesizers, and it's important to understand what they are and what they do. And if you're wondering what these 4 letters on your synth mean, well, this ends today, because in this video, we're going to take a close look at envelope generators and how you can use them to create interesting sounds on your synthesizer. In the early days of synthesizers, envelope generators were mostly used to shape 3 parameters: amplitude, filter controls, and pitch. To this day, we still use envelopes for all of this, but with synths getting more modern and complex, it also became possible through flexible mod matrices to apply envelopes to other elements of the synth, to control, for instance, the rate of an LFO or the wet-dry ratio of an effect. We'll take a look at all of that later, but let's begin with the simple stuff. I'm going to start with an amplitude envelope and then show you how the same principles can be applied to filter controls, pitch, and we'll work our way to more complex stuff from there. So with the amplitude, the envelope pretty much controls the volume of a note over time. Attack refers to the time it takes for the envelope to reach its full amplitude. It can be very short or long. The decay is the time it takes for the envelope to reach the level set for sustain, which is the amplitude at which the envelope remains open when the note is held, and release refers to the time it takes for the note to die when the key is released. The same idea can be applied to shape the behavior of a synth filter. This can be used, for instance, to make a sound gradually brighter over time by opening the filter with an envelope, and then make it darker again when the note is released. And as promised, let's hear an envelope generator applied to pitch. Here you'll hear the envelope modulate the pitch up, then down to sustain level, and then back to where it started when I released the notes. So that's it for the more traditional way, so to speak, to use envelope generators, but with synths getting more modern and flexible, the use of envelopes has been extended to other elements and can be used to create more complex sound designs. So for instance, you can use an envelope generator to affect the rate of a low frequency oscillator that's modulating another parameter of the synth. The LFO will start slowly, accelerate as the envelope opens up, and slow down again as the note is released. And the same idea can be applied to the dry-wet ratio control of an effect. I can start with a very dry sound and have an envelope generator bring up the reverb over time as I hold the note. With modern synths, you can pretty much route envelope generators to anything, and it would be impossible to show you all possible options. The point is, experiment, experiment, and more importantly, experiment. Things might not always work the way you think they will, but there are no wrong ideas. Before we conclude, let me show you a pretty cool use of envelopes using the Leviathan that I'm using here. Now, as far as envelope generators go, the Leviathan is not lacking, with 5 shared envelopes per voice and an individual amplitude envelope for each oscillator. There are other things going on here, but the main idea is that I'm using envelopes to offset oscillators so that they come in one after the other to create this slush harmonic pad. And with the Levi's synth, it's possible to offset all the envelopes at once using the envelope bias function, and you can even modulate the bias function with, you guessed it, an envelope generator. So that's it for this quick video about envelope generators, and hopefully this answered all your questions about envelopes and what they do. If not, no worries, drop us a comment below and we'll do our best to answer you as quick as we can. That's it for today. Remember to hit the bell and subscribe for more music tech content, and I'll see you soon on the B&H Pro Audio YouTube channel.